RedShark News at IBC 2017, brought to you by Panasonic. New Tech, the world's first full end-to-end IP solution. Zeiss camera lenses, always delivering the best quality to make your project stand out. Black Magic Design, amazing solutions for film, post-production, and television.
Hi, this is Dave from RedShark, and we're in Amsterdam for IBC 2017. I've got three of our RedShark people here. Actually, we're going to talk to Baz first, who has a video company based in Amsterdam, and it must be great for you because you have like one of the biggest shows in the world happening on your doorstep. And but what's the video scene like in Amsterdam? Pretty vibrant, I would think.
Yes, actually, it's getting more vibrant by the day, I would say. So there's a lot of things happening. A lot of people actually coming from different cities, from Europe, but also from further away, to actually to really do some creative work over here. So that's good. It makes for a good competition, I would say. But there's all sorts of stuff happening here. You have a lot of people working for creative agencies, but also, Dutch film is the only thing that's really not that big on a global scale, I would say.
But you also work in London and other countries, don't you? So this is a kind of hub for you, but you work all over the place.
Yes, that's correct. So we do a lot of different projects on. Really in a lot of different countries. So it's good because in Amsterdam especially you have a lot of expats, so people coming in. It's not really it's an international scene, I would say. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So I'm going to move on and let's talk about what we're expecting to see at the show. We actually don't have much idea about this because the show hasn't started yet. You're going to be seeing this on the first day of the show. There'll be plenty of stories in RedShark about things that are announced during the show, but at the moment we don't really know much, do we? Apart from a general sort of ideas. I mean, if I could throw one in, I know this is Thursday today, and Uri have got their 100th birthday party today. So a 100-year-old digital camera company based in Munich, obviously. Surely, what do you think? Are they going to announce a new camera? We'll know. By the time you see this, we'll know. But what do we think today? Are they likely to announce a new camera? They're a very conservative company. They take a long time to produce a product. And when they do, it's
not a realm of possibility, I would say. Yeah. When you see like Red, Panasonic, Sony, and Canon all like announcing cameras left, right, and center, Ari's sitting there quietly. I'd like to see a surprise announcement,
Yeah.
Just
because, no disrespect to them, because they have a fabulous sensor, but they don't even have any 4K cameras apart from the 65mm, which is not available for sale. They don't have any 4K cameras available for sale. And it's ironic, isn't it, that they make a very good living by selling cameras that you have to upscale to 4K. And then, for example, Red make a very good living from selling cameras that you have to downscale to 4K. I don't really get that, but it seems to work in a strange sort of way. What do I think? I actually give it a 40% probability they'll announce a major new camera. I think they might announce a major new technology, or major new direction that they're taking. I don't think they'll release a camera tomorrow.
It wouldn't hurt, but I'd like it to happen.
But every guess I've ever made about Ari has been wrong, so don't place any money on it.
I would say that it would be good if they had something to bring that would go further than the Alexa 65. That would be great. But I think that's wishful thinking. But
yeah.
The thing is, Ari's Ari. They don't. I don't think they feel the pressure as much. Purely for the fact that they are like such an established company, for the fact they've been there for 100 years. They make amazing systems and people will still continue to use them. I would like Ari. I'd like you to release a camera. To be honest with you.
It could happen. It could happen. We'll know within 24 hours. So Simon, you used to work at Sony in Basingstoke, which is their European headquarters.
Yeah.
So they just released some important new cameras all the way from the Venice at the very top.
Yeah.
And it seems strange calling it a Venice as opposed to a PXW XY5722.
Yeah, they're good with their product codes.
Yes.
But yeah, moving towards a name is an interesting thing. But I mean, it seems like an interesting camera. I'm looking forward to seeing exactly how speaking to somebody about exactly how the ND system works on that. That seems like a bit of a mechanical feat, to be honest.
It is. I think I saw a cutaway diagram, and I think you have two wheels each with 3 filters on it. So using those in combination, that will give you, I can't multiply 6 by 2. 12. No, it'll give you more than that. But we'll have to refer to a book on mathematics to actually work that out. But it's a larger number than would have been possible with just one wheel. And I think people love the idea of having, neutral density built into the body of the camera. It just simplifies things enormously. But at the other end of the scale, they've just brought out announced the RX10 Mark IV.
Yeah.
Which is, I've always liked that form factor. People call it a bridge camera, at the same time as forgetting what it's a bridge between. But I like the idea of a camera you can shoot video on that has a built-in I think it's a Leica lens, isn't it, on that?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. It's either that or Zeiss. I mean, they seem to be the two.
Yeah, I think it's Zeiss, isn't it? Yeah. So in which case, the lens is probably worth more than if you could buy the lens independently, it'd be worth more than the camera itself.
Yeah, and they're boasting quite a fast autofocus system on that as well.
Yes.
I think they're meant to be one of the fastest autofocusing systems they've made, so that'd be quite interesting to see what that's capable of. But like you said, the audience for that is completely different to...
Couldn't be more different.
Yeah, I mean, it's the complete opposite
But
side.
the one factor that unites them, and in fact there is a guy at Sony who I met at Pinewood who is in charge of all of Sony's sensors. Can you imagine that? Across the entire company, all the way from smartphones up to the Sony Venice.
Because although, like you're saying, it is a bridge camera, it is shooting... it has all the different color profiles, but it is shooting S-Log3 and S-Gamut 3, I think, as well, in color space. So they do throw some kind of pro features into these cameras, if you want to call it that. Yeah, for sure. It's an interesting little camera.
Because without that, I mean, it's right on the cusp between consumer and professional. I don't like the term prosumer.
Prosumer,
yeah. But it's right on the cusp between those two, and you wonder whether it would have even been visible as a product to us if it didn't have those video features. But I think it's just a very useful camera to carry with you. So what about things other than cameras? What about accessories and rigging and gimbals and stuff like that? What are the trends we're seeing with those now?
Well, you have Flowtech, the new tripod system.
Yes.
From
Sackler, yeah.
Yeah, and Vinton together.
That's it, yes.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. It's only for 17mm bull at the moment, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how it works and if it's really that revolutionary as they say it is. Because it could make things easier, and I think that, especially in the tripod game, there's not a lot of really cool stuff going on. It's not like the camera market, for example. So I'm really looking forward to that and to test that and figure out if it works the way it should work. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, and I think we may see some new microphones coming out as well. Actually, which I think so many people don't understand as much as maybe they would like to about audio. Anything that makes it easier, I think is fantastic, and it's always a not an afterthought, but it's always a point of difficulty, isn't it? I mean, we're using these microphones, which are great, instead of lavaliers, because that's a relatively complex thing, and we didn't get it together in time. But audio, if audio isn't right, it can ruin a production. I don't really understand why it's not given more
Absolutely.
priority.
There's a company, and forgive me, I can't remember their name, but they're making I'm not audio at all. I usually have people to help me with that. There's a company who's releasing a product called Device. I'm trying to remember it's an acronym.
It's DPA.
DPA, that's it. Yeah, plug it into your phone and allowing you to record high quality audio on the go, which is like phenomenal. Every time when I'm stuck in a situation where I have to record something on my phone, you've got apps there to make the image great. But 9 times out of 10, I've got that feeling in the back of my neck going, you know what? I know this audio is going to suck. And I can't really use.
No, that's the point. Anything that makes capturing good audio easier. Okay, well, it's great to hear your views. It's the show is starting tomorrow, which will make a lot of what we say redundant, but I think it's always good to compare what we've learned over the next 24 hours. So thanks, guys. We'll be back again after the show to demonstrate exactly how wrong we were about everything, and hopefully you'll join us for that. That'll be on shot on Tuesday. You'll probably see it late on Tuesday or first thing on Wednesday. Thanks a lot. Bye, everyone.